Yesterday, this car left me stranded on the side of the road. Welcome to my Lotus. Today, I'm trying to figure out what's wrong with it while taking apart the pieces of the engine that I've never touched before, teaching myself how to fix, replacing the air filter, chasing down fault codes, and hoping it survives the test drive, and somehow even running into an SVJ. Let's get started. Yes, this beautiful beast on a back road around a blind corner came to a complete stop and stalled out. And I still don't know why. This car stalled out. Box on. Perfect. I'm not mechanically inclined, but I can't get into my mechanic right now. So let me just show you a couple of the things that I've tried to do. Tommy Shelby, sit right there for me, buddy. Do you hear that whistling sound? I don't know what's doing that. This video goes on, I'll progress more. But if you guys know something or just can hear from the sounds right away what you think it is, please let me know. Probably shouldn't even be touching this stuff. I will say though, I kept getting a code on startup. When I first got the car, it happened rarely, like maybe once every 4 or 5 startups. It was a P1109 code, which was it was like an airflow circuit temperature code. On the Lotus Evora is notorious of its intake system, which is why people think that MAF sensor or something like the throttle body is doing it. But I have never came to a stop and died. It was scary. People were yelling, "You can't park there." All the things that you really don't want to hear when your car's broken down. You have no idea how expensive it's gonna be. No fault codes. So yesterday, I still had a permanent transmill and a permanent air voltage request code. This is the first startup in 5 months that I haven't seen it at all. Yeah, future me, my problems weren't fixed like I thought they were. No way. So it's been 12 hours of sitting and that code did not come back on startup. Now, I want to cross my fingers and say I fixed something, but this is a temperamental thing anyways. So what I'm gonna go do is get the throttle body cleaner, and when that filter arrives today, we're gonna put the brand new Magnum Flow air filter in there, and hopefully we're gonna be okay. I'm done gassing myself, I'm gonna pull it out. She said don't do that. And real quick, I want to give a shout out to my dad because when we were looking in here, I had already found these, but I started looking down here and I saw this hose and I like, why is that not attached? But I think it's just a pressure thing for this because there's already a hose in there. But he actually spotted this hose that you can't even see right now. Let me get a light and I'm not talking smoke. The dangle light is perfect. So you can't see it from here, but when you come right here, you can barely get a glimpse of that hose all the way down there. It's kind of in the bottom of this hose on my left here. And when you come from this angle, you can kind of see where it's clamped down there. That hose was stupid loose. It was about almost an inch off. Now it's only, I'm pretty sure it goes to an oxygen sensor. So I didn't think that could actually throw the code. But we know these cars are finicky. Let it warm up a little more. But the problem with like vacuum hoses and other sorts of lines like that is that they don't have to be completely off to be either cracked or leaking air somehow. And when your sensors are super sensitive in a sports car, any little leak, catastrophe level problems as far as dash lights and codes go. And I just tried to call my dad, really excited. This is the first startup in months, guys, that I have not seen some sort of code on there. And if it really is because we just had to pinch 2 different wires, so be it. Oh, look who's here. I'm gonna make him read the code himself.
This is 77 pounds.
77?
Yeah, that's almost 10 pounds.
Good job, Tala. Codes?
Yeah, nice.
It had that when so those 2 permanent codes were gone probably from our drive yesterday. Yeah. It recycled and recalibrated and alleviated those. And there was no intermittent temperature V circuit code today. No that I know of yet. Now I could love it again.
Nice.
Now that it's not a problem child as much. Check this lip because I honestly hit this like every day. The street race suspension is awesome and I love the only the little bit of gap that we have here. But it is quite low, and even like my driveway, it's a guaranteed scrape if someone's in the passenger to get in. You just woke up or are you smoking?
Nah, I just woke up.
Guess what, dude?
What up?
For the first time since I bought the Whipski, it has fired up without a code.
Oh shit.
No
That's crazy.
code, dude. We found another line that was like below the engine in the middle,
Yeah.
that I think was an O2 sensor line that we clamped yesterday.
Oh, that's fire.
So you know what that means, James?
You're going for a drive.
A little bit. I'm still gonna go get the intake and throttle body cleaner so that I can put my new filter in. But
Yeah.
I also have to get a prescription. But what else does that mean, James?
Zip ties.
Now I have zip ties. It means that now we can get our matching wrap because I don't have to blow money on mechanical issues.
True.
So save up because it's time to get a new wrap. Save up right now.
I mean, we could probably just pull a trigger on it.
Huh? Bro's the mumble rapper, sorry.
But like 400 on red.
400 on red and then it's almost freezies.
And then it basically is, yeah.
Then it's only like a couple $100 wrap. That's not a bad idea yourself, man. We went to the AutoZone. Their door was locked when I got there. I think because they're making a delivery and there's only one guy there, so he locked it. Whatever, he's the manager. He said he was giving his employees the day off. Even though I kind of felt like they were shit talking me because I walked in, they both looked at me saying performer. But because I turned the car on and off like 3 times because I thought it was locked, so I was ready to leave. And then as soon as I fire up the car to go, I look in my rearview mirror and he opens the door. I think you're performing tricks on the door, buddy. You're performing the open and close tricks. But this guy just blinkered over as I blinkered over, and then he just got back over. You can be in that lane, brother. It's okay. Now I need to go pick up my prescription so that I can look more beautiful. And then, I know you guys are probably like, how the hell could that be? And then, home, I'm gonna wait for my filter to show up. When it shows up, I'm gonna take apart everything I was showing you that I was talking about, and then I'm gonna put my new filter in. I'm gonna put it back together exactly how it should be, hopefully. And not get, the best thing about like taking apart your car is when you're done, you get all those extra bolts and stuff, Now it's gonna be $10. That's how much this is. And I feel like this is way more useful than a prescription that makes me beautiful. Never not be scared by a charger following me of any capacity, bro. We got one right behind. It made the same U-turn as us, the same turn. Following me into CVS. I already have a plan though. Like if someone tries to rob me, I'm just gonna, it's real simple. I'm gonna get out of my car and I'm just gonna chuck the keys as far as I can into the nearest bush. And it's like, what are you gonna do then? You can't rob me then. It's the perfect strat. And yes, that is a little prejudice towards Chargers, okay? But they're also, not only are they high robbery vehicles, I know, I stopped. Not only are they high robbery vehicles, they're also police vehicles. So there's like never a reason to not be afraid of a Charger. And then sometimes they make a ton of power. So there's another reason. And then they don't always stay on the road, so there's the final reason. And my friends, that's why you don't judge every book by its cover. Because that was okay, we're on the wrong side of the road here. What are you doing? Lady, what are we doing, bro? Like what? Like why are we on? What are we doing? Why are we on the wrong side of the road, lady? You don't reverse park in from that same side. It just doesn't work. What is wrong with you? You just come head on to me because you want to back into the spot that's immediately on your left? Who doesn't go far out to the right and then back in? God, and look at this drop. It's it for me. It's actually it for me. Oh my God, this is scary. Yeah, but that's why you don't judge a book by a cover, because it was an old Asian man driving that Charger. Could have been an aggressive old Asian man. He wasn't. He seemed fine. Better to be expecting it than not expecting it. That was a skunk in the road. Ugh, it smells terrible. Unironically walk like this lady Chad walk like this, but it's kind of wild. Like we're just walking like two little dogs, and we're doing the full-on Chad walk like this. But one thing I love the most about fixing it too is it just sounds better. Like the proper airflow, all these shifts and everything just sound way crisper. Not to mention the pops on the way out. Hold on. There's a grandma in front of me. I'm trying to give her some space, dude. She's just kind of begging to get revved up on though. We're braking and we're, oh my god. Oh, there's a dog. I want to punch it, but there's a dog. I'm gonna wait. I don't like scaring the animals. There he goes. What a noise, bro. That was only like 4,000 RPM too. All the good noises just past that. Take it apart again, even though we maybe technically don't need to, but we're gonna throw that thing in there anyways. Hold it up more, and then tilt it forward a little more. Okay, that's perfect. Okay, airflow filter from Greg's Race Parts guy here. He glued the box. He gave me Jolly Ranch. I was about to complain that the box has glue. There's Jolly Rancher because he knows that you're probably gonna help me. So there's one for you, and another one for me, and maybe like some stickers. Yeah, there's some stickers and stuff in there. Don't need that right now. AFE power flow filter. We're gonna put it in this thing somehow. Okay, basically I have to get into this box, and then I'm gonna also clean the throttle body here. So this guy has to come out, this guy has to come out, that guy has to come out, and I think this one has to come out. And there's also two clips behind here that I have to figure out how to reach. So that'll be fun. The MAF sensor is out, and I just soaked my hand in cleaner. I think I can just let it air dry. I don't think I'm supposed to do anything with this. Looks like it already almost did. And this guy is loose. That should slide off. Oh, I need to unclip this first. I think we agreed this is just air. It should come out. Okay. I'm trying to undo this top so that this hose doesn't have any pressure when I take it off, because I think it would be way easier to get to the box without this hose. But someone tightened it as hard as they could, and now I can't get it. Whoever tightened it should untighten it, I feel like. Yeah. But what about any of the other glassware? Okay, so like that clip. Oh, it's alright. There's one back there, and there's another one back here. And I cannot... Okay, so that unhooked. I have no idea how we're gonna rehook that. And then the other one... Wow! That's so rich that it pisses me off. So when we get this out, we can check all our hose lines again that we're pushing around.
Yeah. Oh, that would definitely be nice to not have that. Oh, wait a minute.
We should just take that hose off then. Alright, that hose, super annoying. I've never seen a hose that clamped on in our time here. Okay, so now I feel like we're at a stupid angle now with this box. Yeah, get back to wiggling it. Air filter. Okay, it's obviously not clean, but it's, that side's not the prettiest. I don't think it's overly dirty. Looks like we got a bug or something in there. But I definitely could see that not giving us the best airflow. I don't think this was the root of the problem, but I think moving forward with that other filter, it's gonna breathe a lot better and hopefully prevent future problems. Made in Japan, Toyota. That's gonna breathe way better. Look how thick those grooves are and how thick the material is versus this. That's gonna breathe so much better. There is the wheel well access to come from the back, but you gotta take the wheel off, but that's supposed to help you with those clips. What did
What was that?
Yeah, it's probably gone. I was a whole arm length and this thing deep.
Oh, it's okay to fall off now.
Oh my gosh. That was on the edge of the light. I'm guessing this just spilled out probably when we undid it. How is there fluid right here? I'm guessing it's from this. How is it right here though? This was on the cap. Did the cap turn over right after it came off?
Not that I know of. Wow.
I'd imagine that there's no way this box is broken. It had to have just came off from the thing. Okay, we think that's seated in there.
Gotcha. So you're...
I just want a string so that once, if we can, by some miracle, we do get these to hook, that I can then do this. And just pull that.
stupid. It's under the clip. The amount of oil and sweat I got in here was probably counterproductive. You didn't even kill it. I don't think you were ever recording. It's only got a minute on here. I don't think you ever recorded anything.
Dang it.
That's mic power on off. The only two things.
Okay.
So our clips are good. What wasn't recorded was me fighting for 10 minutes because this was under the clips. You're not filming anything.
I thought you turned it on.
It is odd, but you're filming my shoulder. Gosh. But this metal clip, great. Now the light doesn't work. This metal clip, right there, that little ring, when it closed it and locked in, it also pulled the string, and our string was supposed to be what we pull whenever we close it. I don't really think this is actually useful. I think I'm okay cutting this.
Cut it off.
Yep. Thank you, sir. We just sprayed the throttle body cleaner. It really wasn't dirty to begin with, but we should be relatively clean in there now. I would hope this looks pretty clean in there. I don't want to say it, but I think that is it. We got your USB cord out of there. Got the new filter in. I think all the clamps are closed.
Without the string in there.
We put the intake tube back. We cleaned the throttle body as much as we could because it wasn't that dirty. We put the MAF sensor back on. We put the coolant, whatever that liquid is. I think that is everything. Now there's still like 20 other things that I can see in here that I want to take care of. And you promised me you're going to 3D print something for this?
Yep. We'll cover over the battery.
Well, thank you for your help.
Yeah.
Let's fire it up.
All right.
And pray.
Come on, no codes.
The shirt came off because it was about 1 billion degrees in when I was inside the engine bay. You wouldn't think you could get inside that engine bay, but you can. How's the lighting out here? Good. Nice. So we want another cold start with no codes. And then I'm hoping maybe it'll sound a little different. It said supposedly that the supercharger whine is more noticeable with this filter. That's what I heard.
Interesting. All right.
I don't think that was the cold air intake I was looking at when I read that.
Nice. All right, there we go. What was that? That was a weird start.
Kill the camera. No way.
Is it a good no way or bad?
No, it's a bad no way. I don't do good no ways. Makes me think we put something on wrong. It just gave me every code in the book again. And I'd imagine it would probably need some sort of flagging again to do it. Oh man. Why do I just have a traction control light? Yeah, it's not happening. One thing is the ECU might need to relearn the airflow, which it can do in idle, but I read what we didn't do is drain the battery for a second first, or drain the ECU's battery for a second first, which is to unplug the negative so that it doesn't have old data in there. So let's
disconnect the negative.
Disconnect the negative. I need to pull that out, so I need a 5/16 and a 10 millimeter. So lesson learned from what I'm reading is because the battery was still on when I unplugged it, it triggered that code even though the car wasn't on. I never claimed to be mechanically inclined. Because I'm not mechanically inclined at all. I probably shouldn't even be touching this stuff. But that would make sense. So it said the code triggered because you unplugged mass airflow sensor while the vehicle's battery was still connected. Said when you unplugged the MAF sensor to clean it, the ECU was still powered on and instantly flagged a circuit interruption, which makes sense. So, all right, we're gonna reattach this and try again. It's been like 45 minutes. Yeah, it says idle for 5 to 10 minutes for it to kind of re-see itself. I don't know if I'm supposed to clear any codes or anything before I start it up again. These two permanent ones again, which I think will stay on until I drive it enough and it can re-evaluate and make sure, because that's what happened last time. But more importantly, on startup again, we did not get a P1109 or a P0101, a intermittent temperature circuit code, which was the whole problem from the get-go. These are nothing, because as long as we drive and let this thing warm up, these will go away, i.e. yesterday I drove 30 miles and when I fired up this morning, these were gone. So we'll let it idle, we'll go do a drink run and test it,
and then hopefully we're done playing with that for now. And so if this ever happens again where I go to a light and I idle and die out, in my head there's only two other options. Now I think this map sensor is new, so we zip tied it because I've seen online people saying that this will wiggle loose and then prompt those codes. Obviously when I got all those codes was because I unplugged it completely, but you might get some from it loose. And if we continue to have issues, it might be get that supercharger bypass replaced and or MAF sensor. I really don't think it's electrical. If it is, that's something I wouldn't really know how to do. And then if it is some sort of leak, which I also don't really think it is, if it was some sort of leak, it'd have to get smoke tested, and that's not something I can do either. Here you go. You earned one of these.
Yeah, thank you.
One.
Oh.
They only put two.
Green apple.
Yeah. Obviously the better one. Let's see if your zombie guy can hold it now.
I don't think so. He barely sat on there.
He's gross looking. Even his clothes look like they got flesh problems. He sucks at... He does good flips, but he sucks at sitting. Oh yeah, he's not made for it, right? He doesn't sit that flat. He's got like an arch going. Doesn't let him. Kind of cool though. It seems fine. It's starting up better and better each time, but I still have those two permanent codes removed, and then sometimes it keeps lighting up the dash. So what I want to do is try an actual drive and let it calculate it that way, because I don't know if idle's helping. But I told him maybe we just go get the fire extinguisher real quick just in case. I can't get why it would have a problem with this filter. It's the same thing with it's more airflow. So it shouldn't have a lack of air. Did another test drive. It's weird. You can hear it's almost like an air suck. It's like a sound because I think that filter flows a little better. So I think it definitely needed to drive. I think the idle was kind of tripping it out because we just did a drive. We got it all the way up red line. Drove it probably a mile or so and no issues. It drives really good. And I think we can hear the supercharger a little better with that filter, which is nice. So we're gonna go do our drink run now as intended, because nothing popped up, and I still think it sounds better. Every hose we clamp and little thing we try to clean and fix just sounds better. It's always warm in here, so I can't really gauge it off warm. It sounds fine though. Everything looks good so far. But I'm gonna make him drive it now so you can hear the sucky noise. Sucky.
Definitely hear stuff.
Yeah. So I think it feels okay right now. Input steady as you're turning. Don't let off, because letting off will jerk it just as much. Just keep it straight.
Yeah.
It's a crazy feeling.
Yeah, because I moved this a quarter inch and you feel it moves the tires.
Yeah.
It's not like Hollywood where you can just go like this to go straight.
Yeah. Yeah, you'll go into a
nice.
turn really fast like that. DJ action.
That's the guy I was talking
That's
to.
sick. Sick.
Yeah.
Look at that thing.
Nice. How you doing?
Oh my gosh, that's insane. Please give it gas or something. Well, we made it home. The car sounds different. It definitely sounds different. I think it's getting air probably easier now. So maybe that wasn't necessarily the issue, but I think it helped. But when I just revved it, I just redlined it, I should have recorded it, and it just popped. Crazy pop. Haven't heard that yet. I'm editing this. It's been about a week later. The code came back and I was like, why? I couldn't believe it. And the first initial vacuum, it runs out. The hose runs from the engine, goes to this vacuum pump that's behind that air filter box. Then it runs back down to what I think is the purge valve. That initial vacuum line that goes into the engine was pulled back again, and it was on the lip. I wasn't sure why, so I recut the hose, pulled it as much as I could, even though I don't know that one actually gets clamped. I put another zip tie on there. I think it's supposed to be able to seal itself, because I don't know anything that makes a clamp that small. It's like 1/8 of an inch clamp that I would need. And so I re-clamped it. I have now driven it twice, cold started twice, no code. One of these was like 5 days later. I'm gonna wait another couple days and cold start it. And when I do, if that code's gone, I'm gonna assume problem solved. It was most likely the vacuum line
since it came back after that. But it's crazy. I mean, the car's 10 years old. For that to be the only problem I'm having, it's really not a big one. The biggest issue for me was knowing what the heck I'm trying to do. But it was nice to learn and see. Luckily, my mechanic's been so busy, and I would have just paid him unknowns amount of money. It's actually been there before, but with something intermittent like that, sometimes it's hard to diagnose. And it forced me to learn about my car and try something that I probably wouldn't be that great at normally. So I'm proud of myself, and I hope it encourages you guys to try things you never gave yourself the time to learn. Until next time. Also, I'm going to Medieval Knights place soon for my birthday. I'm gonna become a knight. That video is gonna be up. It's gonna be sick.